Coming up on VIP Access. The battle between the Autobots and Decepticons rages from Earth to the moon.
You lied to us. You've made a grave mistake.
We asked Stevie for his picks on summer's horror fair.
Are you saying that we can't stop this?
And we scoop out some of the highlights of this year's Cannes Film Festival.
All that I need are the boots.
Welcome to another exciting episode of VIP Access with me, Lisa. Buckle up because I'll be taking you through space and behind the scenes of a $200 million sequel, which unveils a secret that's been hidden for 40 years. That's right, the Autobots take on the evil Decepticons yet again. VIP Access brings to you the highly anticipated summer blockbuster Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
Our entire space race of the 1960s was in response to an event. If you breathe a word of what you've seen here, it will do time for treason.
Optimus! You may lose your faith in us, but never in yourselves. From here, the fight will be your own.
After months of speculation as to whether or not to shoot in 3D his mega sequel, Transformers: Dark of the Moon director Michael Bay finally succumbed to the digital realm, making this the first Transformers movie to be shown in the latest 3D technology.
I actually think that all films benefit from 3D in varying degrees. But when I heard that you were considering 3D, I thought, man, I've got to talk Michael into this somehow.
He invited me to the set of Avatar, and he says, Michael, we've done everything. And I'm like, well, you sunk the Titanic. I didn't, so I got a lot more to do. But he said, you got to look at it as a toy. It's another fun tool to help get emotion and character and create an experience. And I'm always trying to create a great summer experience for the moviegoer. We're putting these rigs on these cable cams, and you know, you put a 3D camera on a wingsuit guy following these wingsuit guys through the canyons of Chicago, through the buildings, around the buildings, about 150 miles an hour.
These are actual people flying wingsuits in a downtown city environment, which has never been done before.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be able to go jump off the Sears Tower in Chicago.
When people see it, I think there's going to be a natural tendency to believe that it's fake, and in fact it's not. And it looks fantastic in 3D.
We shut down Michigan Avenue, jumping off the Trump Towers. If you can think of anything imaginable to break all the rules, that pretty much did it.
I think Michael Bay's movies are rad because that did just happen. Somebody, like me, just went out there and did something rad for a camera, all because he wants it to be real.
It was a huge challenge. We used the Avatar crew. They're one of the best 3D crews around. You know, I'm just a director with a little dream of doing a 3D movie.
I like the depth, you know, I mean, I like the fact that you're using the 3D aggressively and really embracing it.
Just like Jim said, I had fun on the set shooting it. It was like a new toy, and I actually had a wonderful time doing 3D.
Stay tuned for more robotic mayhem right after the break. In the meantime, let's go hang out with our international correspondent, Stevie Wong, who had a little chat with Desmond So about some upcoming horror films, which may give you a chill this summer. This is Ask Stevie.
It's time once again for Ask Stevie, and I know we're still only in the summertime, so it's not the fall or Halloween, but you're gonna give us a horror preview, Stevie, is that right?
Absolutely, and you know what? Our fans over at our VIP Access site, they love horror movies. Now, the first movie I'm gonna introduce is called Final Destination 5. Yes, people, we have a fifth one coming out.
I see that it's been quite a while since your first consultation. What made you decide to take the leap today?
A lot is going on in my life. I don't want to miss anything.
When we're done, you'll have perfect vision.
It's basically an accident. A group of people manage to escape it, and then death realizes that it wants to come after them and comes after them in horrible, horrible ways.
Is that supposed to be happening?
The interesting thing about these movies is that there's a little bit of irony and there's a little bit of like kind of evilness, which of course death is all about that. There's almost a glee in watching these people go down.
A lucky few survive the disaster, and then one by one, death comes for them all.
These people die these gory, horrible deaths, but it's always in the course of something that's normal. You and I could be doing that. I remember one where the guy was in a tanning bed and they get singed.
Exactly. This might actually be an interesting twist on it too. The kids that find out what happened, they decide to cheat death again by maybe even murdering some of the people before them. It gets a little bit twisted now. If they do it smartly, this could reboot the whole thing again, and we'll see a 6th and 7th and 8th in the coming years.
Well, I learned something new about you today. You're a little bit sick. It's no problem.
For the fans.
Now let's move on to the second movie. What's that, Stevie?
We are talking about Fright Night. Now, I don't know if you remember when you were growing up, but this is one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
This is my son, Charlie, and his girlfriend. Hi. So Jerry is our new neighbor.
Hey. It was about these two kids who loved this cheesy vampire storytelling show on television. They think that their neighbor is a vampire. Now, this rebooted version is directed by Craig Gillespie, who did an indie movie called Lars and the Real Girl, which has nothing to do with vampires and stuff. So it's interesting to see that he's taken an interest in this kind of genre.
He's a vampire.
That is a terrible vampire name, Jerry.
Stevie, this film was kind of interesting because we're talking about horror films, but then when I was watching the trailer, I was like, this is a comedy.
It's a scary movie with a lot of comedic elements. It's borderline campy, actually. And so the fact that they're bringing that same element to this rebooted version, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, guy. You've been watching me. I've been watching you. It's on you to look out for them, because there are a lot of bad people out there, Charlie.
And I know you had some questions about Colin Farrell being the lead, but you know what? He's kind of doing a comedic kind of turnaround these days. He's in this film, and he's in another movie called Horrible Bosses, and you know what? This could be the new Colin Farrell.
Did I kill him?
Hopefully.
All right, Stevie, what is our third film?
Our third film is for the fans of Paranormal Activity. They are back.
I know the first one was super popular. I mean, by the third one, are people gonna sit there and be like, I'm not scared anymore?
You know what? The second one kind of scared me. I like the second one. The second one was smart. It was about the sister of the victim of Paranormal 1, and it was set 2 weeks before the stuff that happened in Paranormal Activity 1.
This is the freakiest thing that happened to me last night. This is the door closing by itself.
The very, very end of 2, some crazy stuff happens, and it just sets the bar for what's gonna be, hopefully, in 3. And it's pretty scary. We know nothing, except it involves a paranormal activity. How's that?
Thank you very much, Stevie. That's our 3 previews of horror films coming up. And of course, if you have any questions to ask Stevie, you should go to...
If you want to know more about horror movies like I am obsessed about, please go to our Facebook site, which is Star Movies VIP Access, and we will talk about as much horror that you kids want.
All right, well, there you have it. Thank you very much, Stevie. We'll see you next time.